So, yes, welcome back to our Wealth Building Journey podcast, where we explore the tools, strategies, and stories that help you build and grow your wealth. So, again, I am Dennis Hilario, joined by my co host, Paul Familara. And today we're diving into like different foundational topics about different investment vehicles. Hi, Paul, how are you?
Joe, good. Dennis, thank you so much. How
Mm-mm.
are you doing as well?
I am good and good. It's been a while now. Medyo natigil tayo ng konti, no? Because of some,
Yeah.
business and operations and whatnot. But,
Mm,
I know na both of us are, committed to do this without
yes.
right now expecting anything in return. We're just sharing our knowledge about our experience in business and wealth building. Diba? Ikaw, what's going
Be
on so
honest
far?
na share, yeah, to be honest na share ko sa kasi you know that I'm the chairman of the New Zealand Filipinos
Mm.
Philippines Business Council here, no.
Mm,
So
mm,
I've been blessed to lead this organization just this year, no. I was given this opportunity. And recently I've been working with the government has been very interested
mm,
with the Filipino businesses. The Filipinos being the third largest ethnic community in New Zealand. We are
mm,
110,000 here in a 5 million population. The
mm,
largest would be China, Chinese, and Indians.
mm,
And recently, with engagement with the Ministry of Ethnic Communities, we have collaborations. We're working on insights about how to grow the New Zealand economy,
mm,
supported by the different ethnic communities. And they're very interested about Filipino businesses and our contribution to the New Zealand economy. And when I mentioned about our podcast, sabi nila, maganda yan ah. It
mm,
sounds really interesting. So they asked me, ano ba ito? English, Tagalog. Sabi ko, it's actually Taglish, but
mm.
we can do interpret that. But if I will, if we will invite New Zealand people
Yeah.
to speak with us, so of course, we'll do full English. Pero syempre, hindi pa rin natin ma-alienate yung mga Filipino audience natin,
Mm,
especially abroad. No? So it's there is an opportunity for us to grow and reach out to many people. This is something that is first in what we're doing. I know there are a lot of investment, business, podcasts in the Philippines like Jinkitan,
mm,
ano pangalan nun, marami no? Maraming
mm,
nagbibigay ng mga advices.
mm.
But that is not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is to share experiences and create an audience and a community of like-minded people.
Right.
Hindi kailangan sobrang taas, no, yung
Yeah.
ating basis. Hindi rin kailangan yung superfluous ideas na parang ang hirap ma-reach, no.
Mm, mm,
We are here talking as regular business people and see how we can build this community with our experiences, not just in the Philippines, but both in New Zealand and Philippines for Filipinos and non-Filipinos as well. If we can reach out to that audience.
mm, mm. Yeah, so ang intention natin is, ma-clarify and ma-simplify yung mga topics na ginagawa natin sa wealth building, from investments
Correct.
and business and whatnot. And our
Correct.
stories, kasi yung stories natin is, yes, maraming gumagawa nito, pero yung stories natin is something that is unique that hopefully na, mag-resonate sa mga audience natin.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
that's right. That's good.
Sige, so let's jump na lang dun sa ating topic, no? Jump na muna tayo dun sa topic which is yung mga key investment vehicles to cover, no? So,
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, I have a list here, no? So, from stocks, we have
Yes.
bonds, mutual funds, we have the
Mm,
exchange traded funds or ETF, real
mm,
estate, and cryptocurrency. Okay,
mm,
so
mm.
siguro let's start with the stocks kasi I think yan yung first thing in mind that we think about pag pinag-usapan ng investments. So
Correct.
siguro basic question is what are ano ba talaga yung stocks? What are stocks and why are they considered one of the most common investment vehicles?
Okay. So stocks was created in the let me see if I am right. No, about 1700s. In the 1700s, when people wanted to have a share of a business that is already running. But to be honest, it was started by this conglomerate of business people who wanted to have capital. So sabi nila, I wanted to, the type of Rockefeller, JP Morgans in that time, no? And it was not designed just then. It was designed even before, but it was in a different format at probably hindi kasing systematized. So sinabi nila, kulang yung aking kapital. Gusto kong humingi ng investment capital, no? So ibig sabihin, I need some more people, but the bank will not give me so much, no? And some people who are peer lenders cannot give me more. So what they did is to, let's say, open a part of our company to be owned by other people as well, whom we don't know.
Yeah.
Ordinary people. So if you can get like a dollar or two from each person, and there are 100, let's say 1,000 people, then $1,000 will be invested in your company, and you can use it for capital to build your business more. And that's what the stocks is right now. No, it's and to the point that there are a lot of sophisticated formats of stocks. No, you can short it, you can long it, you can position it. You can do a lot of things, no? And there are different formats as well. So basically, ang stock is gusto mong mag-ari ng isang kumpanya. So if I own, let's say, 10,000 pesos of stocks of PLDT, and that is equivalent to 1,000 shares out of 1 million, then I am 1% of that. Of PLDT. I am now a stockholder, a co-owner. So if there's a meeting, there's a something, I have a voice, no, as an owner of that company, and that is a very valuable thing in terms of growing your wealth, because you're not doing anything, you're letting that company grow, and you just get a profit or loss share of that company.
Kasi ano yun, in the form of equity, no? Kung sinabi equity kasi,
Yes.
ownership. So, ang mga possible income na makuha mo dyan is from dividends. If the company is profiting, then mayroon silang rule na magre-release sila ng certain percentage of dividends from the income. So, that's one vehicle for you to earn. And then second is, kasi yung stocks, correct me if I'm wrong, is also appreciating value over time if the company is doing well. So, kung binili mo siya ng 100,000 and appreciate yung value ng company, its net worth, you can either sell the stocks and then, meron kang gains doon kasi nag-appreciate yung value.
Yes.
Or pag binenta yung company, then meron kang gained income from that, di ba?
But then again, there's also loss. For example, the business is not doing well, the economy is not doing well, people are selling out their stocks. Bumababa ng presyo kasi supply and demand situation din yan eh. Kung maraming interesado dun sa stocks na yun, yung mga gustong magbenta ng share ng part ng stocks, let's say for example, I have stocks of 1,000 shares, no? And the stock price is $100 each, no? So I have 100,000 worth of stocks. Now, if I want to sell 10 pieces of my stocks, no, 10 shares of my stocks, and I am willing to sell the stock at a higher price because the demand is growing, then the brokers can sell it not just for that same amount, no, 100. Pwedeng mabenta yan ng 110. Pero may mga panahon din na hindi maganda. So yung stock price mo is bumababa. Yung $100 price ng stock ko, pwedeng bumaba ng 80. No? So may mga stocks din ako na below. So ibig sabihin yung pinasok ko, negative pa ako. But that is on paper. Hanggat hindi ko nabenta, hanggat hindi na minus yung mga taxes and fees, hindi pa ako natatalo.
Yeah. So one advantage of stocks is that meron siyang high potential for long-term growth. Especially if the company that you are investing in is talaga may potential. So, yun yung mga kailangan nating isipin, kung sino ba yung mga brands or companies na gusto nating pasukan, ano ba yung potential niya. Like for example, ngayon ang trend is yung mga AI AI,
Yes.
so AI companies right now is maraming, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, is maganda yung tumataas ang value because of the trend, ano.
Mm.
Pero also i-align, I think na-discuss na din natin to in passing before, na we also align it in our personal preference or yung
Yes.
personal ano natin na we're aligned with the
Principles.
values of the company, di ba? Kasi
Yes.
long term to eh. Oh.
Correct. Ang maganda sa stocks, by the way, is you can trade or buy stocks even if it's not in the Philippines, or let's say for
Mm-mm.
me in New Zealand. So I have diversified stocks. I have stocks in the Philippines.
Mm.
I have stocks in New Zealand. I have stocks in Australia. I have stocks in the States. Meaning, hindi doon, ano, ibig sabihin, I buy companies from those countries.
Mm-mm. Correct.
So, kasi hindi pare-pareho yung takbo ng ekonomiya, eh, no?
Mm.
So right now, economy in the States is really high. So my stocks are really growing, no?
Right. Right.
And again, one of the diversification of stocks is you go from different industries. You have real estate, you have technologies, you have food, you have whatever. So siguro maganda, mas malinaw magbigay tayo ng example. Nakwento ko doon dati nung COVID, nag-invest ako sa Pfizer kasi alam ko magagawa sila ng mga gamot or vaccine yung nangyari noon. Pagkatapos ng COVID, binenta ko. So kita ako doon. Nung tumaas ang Tesla, hindi ako bumili ng sasakyan na Tesla, pero may pera ako para pambili ng Tesla. Instead, bumili ako ng dalawang Tesla cars in stocks, not the car itself. Dahil yung kotse magde-deteriorate, yung stocks ko tumataas.
Mm.
So tumataas pa rin. Nabenta ko yung iba nun, nagamit ko pambili ng bahay na bago, tapos yung iba iniwan ko. Meron akong stock sa airplane, Delta, no?
Mm.
Sa US. Kasi sabi ko, pagbalik ng COVID, so inaaral mo rin eh. Sabi ko, pagbalik ng COVID, lilipad ulit yung mga tao, magbabakasyon.
Mm.
So binag-aralan ko yung mga malalaking airlines. Delta isa sa pinakamalaki, no? Iba-ibang mga airlines ang hawak niya, ng ari niya, no? Owned niya. So it's growing now, no? I have also stocks in power, no? In New Zealand Vector, no? In New Zealand Powers. I also have stocks in Google, no? Alphabet, yung pangalan ng company. I also have stocks in technology like AI,
Mm.
whatever. So kahit saan ngayon pumunta yung takbo ng ekonomiya or along na industry yung gumagalaw, meron kang kikitain.
Mm.
Pero meron din akong nalulugi. Meron ako in-invest sa what do you call this, Jack, ano nga ba yan? It's a burger company in the States, no? Hindi McDonald's, no? Kasi alam ko flat na yung ano na yan eh. Nag-invest ako doon kasi lagi ko siya napapanood ina-advertise sa NBA pag nanonood ako NBA. Lugi ako ngayon mga -2 yata. Let me just check right now, no? I think right now I'm -20 on that stock. So it's not the same everywhere. But pag tumaas naman yan, meron akong stock na 40% up, 60% up in just a year. Imagine mo, kung meron kong 1,000 tapos may 40% up, meron kang 400. No? Saan ka pa? Wala kang ginagawa. Sila yung nagtatrabaho para sa'yo.
Yeah, that's good, ano. Yun, so marami din namang, well, kung gusto natin mag-try, no, may mga simplified apps ngayon sa Philippines eh. I don't know if you've heard GoTrade na app na hindi mo kailangan dumaan sa mga broker. Parang self-service na siya. If you want to explore, no, GoTrade, pwede kang mag-invest doon ng stocks, no. Easiest way to do it. But of course, yung traditional way of doing it is yung through yung Philippine Stock Exchange, no.
Stock Exchange, yes. See, sa Philippines, ang brokerage, online brokerage na ginagamit ko is COL. Yeah, Citysec Online. Ever since I've been, using Citysec Online, because it provides you information like graph, company information, minsan nagvo-video pa sila ng mga takes ng kanilang mga boss, no, ng mga brokers nila, which will give you learnings on how to find out which one is the best stock. May mga dati nun, umaattend ng bago pa lang ako. Libre yun. Pupunta ako doon, a-attend ako. Uupo ako doon kasama ng ibang mga interesadong mag-stock no 2006 yun. Ano? Para maintindihan ko ano yung stocks, ano yung W chart and everything. Kasi yung iba dyan, nagte-trading. Ibig sabihin, bili ngayon, mamaya benta.
Mm.
Bili mamaya, benta naman bukas. Kasi bawat tubo, kinukuha nila. Talagang,
Parang
yung volatile
day-to-day
stocks.
na trade-trading. Para
I
siyang
am not a
foreign
trader.
exchange.
No, yeah,
Oh,
I'm not a trader. I
mm,
buy, I hold, and sell from time to time, and buy again,
mm.
but not as frequent as a trader does.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump naman doon sa second yung bonds. So how do bonds work? At saka what makes them different from stocks?
Okay. So bonds naman is normally like for instance a government bond. No, government bond is gusto naman nila mapuhunanan yung mga projects
Mm,
ng government.
mm,
Aside from the taxes that the government get from us, they also issue long-term bonds with a promise. Ibig sabihin may promise yun. Na-calculate na nila yun. Hindi yun kasi laki ng kikitain sa stocks. No?
mm,
Pwede nila kasing invest yung for example, gagawa sila ng toll gate sa Laguna, no?
mm,
In between Laguna and Makati, for example, bago yan. Hindi yung totoo, it's hypothetical. Tapos bawat singil nila doon, kikita sila, no? Pero wala sila pang puhunan para gawin yung project nila. So mag-i-issue sila ng mga bonds,
mm,
long-term bonds, with a promise of let's say 5%, 4%, if you keep your money there, parang time deposit, no? In 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, depende. So, the U.S. war in World War One and World War Two, World War One basically, were funded by American bonds.
mm, mm, mm.
So, lagi silang may kampanya niya na may mga sumasayaw ng mga babae sa tapos naghihingi sila ng mga, mag-invest kayo sa US bonds, US bonds, US bonds. I promise namin, babalik yung pera mo ng 5%, 6%. Kasi, pag nanalo ang Amerika dun sa World War One, well, hindi naman talaga apektado yung Amerika, no? Nasa Europe yung gera.
Mm,
Pero pag nanalo sila, ang mangyayari dun kasi may reparation, magbabayad yung natalo.
mm,
So mababawi nila yung kanilang ginastos sa bullets,
mm, mm.
soldiers, logistics. Tapos yun yung isasoli nila ngayon saan bumili ng bonds.
Right. Para siyang crowdsourcing, no?
Oo.
Oh, so meron tayong project, yun yung parang we call it bonds, tapos mag-invest kayo dito in exchange of something. So, advantage nito probably,
Mas na certain amount.
yeah,
Yun yung kaibahan sa stocks.
right.
Kasi wala kang kasiguraduhan sa
Yeah.
stocks.
So this one, one of the advantages is lower risk. No, lower
Yes, lower
risk siya
risk man.
compared to stocks, no.
Yes.
Saka
Like for instance, when the economy was really bad, ang taas na inflation last year, minove ko ibang stocks ko sa bonds
mm,
at saka
mm,
sa term deposit kasi sigurado ko kahit maliit ang kikitain ko doon, may kita.
mm. Okay, so talo naman tayo dun sa next investment vehicle, yung mutual funds, no. So, ano ba yung
Yes.
mutual funds? And bakit okay siya for beginners?
Okay. So yun nga, yung mutual fund is one of the opportunity for beginners kasi kung hindi ka marunong mag-invest sa stocks, pwede kang sumakay sa iba-ibang nag-invest, magkakasama kayo, ikaw,
Mm.
ako, ibang tao, magpapasok dun sa mutual fund na yun, tapos yung mutual fund managers ang mag-i-invest sa stocks or whatever investment. So
Mm.
halo-halong investment yun, depende sa
Mm.
portfolio nila.
Right.
So, the best way to really start, if you don't know to invest, is to buy a mutual fund.
Yeah, yeah. So it's really perfect for people who want parang mas professionally manage yung kanilang pera, no? Kasi nga,
That's
especially
right.
kung wala kang time to research kung ano yung magandang stocks and whatnot, kasi parang pinapamanage mo siya sa professional. So they have
Correct.
the tools and
Kung hindi,
technology to do it. Mm.
at saka kung natatakot ka, dahil hindi
Mm.
mo nga alam kung ano-ano yung mga kumpanya na pwedeng pasukan dahil natatakot ka mawala, ilagay mo na lang sa mutual fund kasi sila yung makakaisip kung saan
Mm.
best. Ang purpose ng mutual fund managers really is to gather as many money as possible para magamit nila para pagkitaan.
Mm.
Para yung kikitain doon hahatian kanila. They can
Mm.
make 40% of income of profit and yet their share to you is only 15-18%. You don't,
Mm.
they can declare that in that way.
Yeah, yeah. Ang possible drawback lang siguro
Yes,
dito is yung fees kasi may fees sila, no? As
correct.
opposed dun sa you'll do it that you invest by yourself, no, sa mga stocks. Ito may additional fee
Mm.
which makes sense because sila yung nag-manage for you para may service fee,
Sila nagman.
no?
Yep. Yes,
Oo.
that's right. It's just like, getting a stock manager.
Or advisor. Yun.
Mm.
Sige, so okay, so yun yung mutual fund. Ano naman yung ETF or exchange traded funds?
Okay, so exchange traded funds is actually a group of funds, no, of different companies also per industry, per category.
Mm.
And in each category, they can trade different stocks for your sake. So parang mutual fund din siya, naglagay ka ng pera mo doon, pero itong fund managers na to, sila ang magte-trade ng stocks na yon.
Mm.
Pero it's specific to some categories alone. Hindi
Mm.
siya halo-halo. Hindi rin
Mm.
siya diversified, no? Kung
Mm.
nasa stocks lang yan, nasa stocks lang yan.
So para siyang day trading talaga, no? So you can buy and sell throughout the day. Parang
Yes, you can
ganon.
you can you can buy and sell that stock from them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for instance, I have an ETF which is technology based. This is ARC Innovations, yung pangalan ng ETF na meron ako. I
Mm.
have two different ETFs na nasa portfolio ko. And this ARC Innovation, ang laman ng ETF na yon is AI, um, car technology, nandun yung Tesla,
Mm.
robotics, nandun din
Mm.
yon sa ETF na yon. So kapag gumaganda yung stocks, yung industry na yon, tumataas yung stock value ko. So at the
Mm.
moment, I think I have about 42% increase on that
Nice. Oh.
category. Yes.
So, ang important thing dito is that yung ma-analyze mo din yung performance nila. Gaano sila kagaling mag-manage at mag-trade. Ano?
Correct. If I
Mm.
click on, let's say, ARC Innovation, which is my stock, the fund seeks long-term growth of capital. The fund is an actively managed exchange-traded fund that will invest under normal circumstances, primarily at least 65% of its assets. So, ang purpose nila is to, sabi nila dito, in foreign or domestic equity securities of companies that are relevant to the fund investment theme of disruptive innovation. So yun
Mm.
yung tinayaan ko kasi sabi ko, ang prinsipyo ko, gusto ko yung kumita sa mga new technologies, no, sa disruptive technologies.
Mm.
So ang mga laman ng mga disruptive technologies na yun nga, sabi ko nga, ang laman niyan is meron niyang Tesla, may robotics, may AI, and so on and so forth. So nakapasok na ako ngayon doon kahit hindi ako pumili ng eksaktong company in
Mm.
AI
Mm.
or robotics, no? Hindi ko na
Mm.
kailangan piliin yun. Sila na pumili nun.
Right. Sorry. Okay, so anything advantage naman ng ETF over mutual fund is mas mababa yung fees nila, no? I think, no?
Ito nga, ang management fee nitong ETF na to is 0.75%, which is really
Mm.
low. Normally, I get like 2%, no?
Correct.
Uh,
So it's a good
manage fee.
vehicle talaga, no? I mean, good
Yes.
to consider. All right, so
Mm.
talo naman tayo sa next one, ano, which is I think this is alam ng lahat, ano. And one of the best ways to build wealth, which is real estate. Yun.
Real estate. Yes. So what is real estate? Real estate is pag bumili ka ng property, no?
Mm.
May it be a property that is pang residential or commercial, no? And in real estate, the so you will compare real estate and stocks, for example, as an investment. Ang real estate, malaki ang kapital.
Correct.
Hindi ka makakabili ng maliit na peraso lang ng real estate, no?
Kaya
Hindi ka
commonly
pwedeng
yan
bumili ng
ina-amortize, no?
Oo,
Commonly.
tapos i-amortize mo yan, hihiram ka pa sa bangko. Yung bangko ngayon magpapahiram sa'yo ng percentage ng finance fees, no? So, ang difference pati is it's not easy to liquidate kasi you have to find someone, a broker to sell it for you unless talagang hot item yung property na yon sa isang lugar no?
Mm.
Pwede mong mabenta kaagad. Pero again, it's not as liquid as kagaya ng stock na pwede kong ibenta ngayon habang naka-trade, bukas pa yung trading floor, makukuha ko kaagad yung pera ko mamaya, no? Pag
Mm.
sarado ng trading floor, nandun na yun sa bangko ko.
Tama.
But real estate is different. But the potential to grow because it's long-term appreciation of capital. All
Correct,
right.
correct.
Of
Oo.
course, minus the taxes, minus the interest that you're paying with a bank. But
Mm.
two ways you can make money out of real estate. One is to if you don't live in it, you can rent it out.
Correct. Oo. Pwede mong parentahan.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Ano 'yun, parang para siyang passive income, no?
Yes. A passive
Kumbaga,
income.
yeah. Kumbaga sa stocks ito yung dividends, no? Na passive
Oo.
income lang. 'Yun. Pero tama ka dun
Correct.
sa point na hindi siya ganun kadali na ibenta. Minsan I think by law kailangan dumaan ka sa real estate broker, no?
Broker.
Similarly, in
Yes.
our experience, meron kaming inherited na island malapit sa Balisin, sa Quezon. Ano? And to
Mm.
this day, negotiate pa rin yun. Ang tagal na naming hindi ma-liquidate. Ano? Kasi
Oo.
may mga may-ari ng lupa magkakatabi, kailangan mag-consolidate kami lahat tapos ibenta. Though maraming mga foreigner na nakikipag-usap, mga Koreans na gusto siyang
Yes.
i-develop na parang Balisin. Pero it's been years. I think mga 5 years na rin. Kasi we started
Kasi
to try selling it when my father passed away.
mm,
So to this day is hindi pa siya wala pang naging agreement.
kasi mahirap ang real estate lalo na kung malaking size.
Mm-mm.
Unless you want to sell it in small pieces, subdivide it, and then sell, let's say, 100 square meters, 200 square
Mm-mm.
meters, subdivided siya.
Correct. Basta ang key dito is yung location. Ano? I think if you are considering real estate, try to research a good location at saka yung market trends. No? And you also
Yes.
consider yung property managers and developers kasi ano rin yan parang business din, napipili ka rin talaga ng magaling na manager. Meron kasing mga nagde-develop pero mahina yung marketing. So yung value ng real estate mo might not be mabilis pagdating sa appreciation. Pero kung yung
Hmm.
mga companies like Mega World siguro or other property managers and developers na very aggressive sa marketing, then there's a big chance also na mabilis tumaas yung value ng property.
Correct. At saka pwede mong i-flip yung isang property, no? Bili ka ng luma,
Yeah.
ayusin mo, i-fixer-upper mo, and then ibenta mo na mas mataas ang value, no? For example, ako, recently I bought a condo, which I am looking at making 20% out of it in the next 3 years. So parang nag-spread ako ng 6% per year, which is still good. It's low capital,
Yeah.
kasi hindi ko naman binili lahat kagad. And then after 3 years, I'm going to sell it with 20 to 30% increase. That's a great opportunity for me.
Okay, so okay na tayo sa real estate. Talo naman tayo dun sa ating last item, which is maraming na-excite dito, especially on the early 2000s, yung cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin
Cryptocurrency.
started. Ano ba talaga to? Kasi marami na rin ngayon,
Okay.
mga Ethereum, yung pandemic, may mga Axie pa, NFTs and whatnot. So, how do you
Oo.
explain it? Yeah.
So, kinreate yung Bitcoin dahil dun sa digital world, no, yung lalo na yung mga gamers, nag-exchange sila ng kanilang mga powers, no. So, kailangan bilhin mo sa isa yung malakas na power para taasan mo yung power mo. So, this person, sabi nila si Satoshi Nakamoto ba,
Japanese,
yung Japanese, sabi nila, no, yun yung nag-create.
Oo
Pero
nga.
meron lumabas na mga puti daw yung nag-create, no, dahil meron silang plano dati na ibenta, i-regularize, no, yung kasi ayaw na natin magbayad ng fee sa mga bangko, wala namang ginagawa yun, lumilipat lang naman yung pera, which is true, no. So deregulated exchange international lalo na. So yung Bitcoin kasi, nung ginawa yan, 21 million lang yung number, yung total amount of Bitcoins, no? And ginawa yan sa isang programming called blockchain. Each blockchain, whenever you transact that blockchain, there is a solvable problem, mathematical problem that can only be solved by using three different computers that will interact to solve it, no?
Mm.
So I think three or four. And then before you're able to transact it, if it pag
Mm.
walang handshake doon, hindi yun matatransact.
Mm.
So mahirap siya kopyahin, gayahin, nakawin.
Mm.
At pwede mo ilipat-lipat sa buong mundo na walang transaction fees. Ang kaibahan,
Mm.
ang mahirap naman nun is ginagamit din siya ng mga bad actors, bad elements, no? Kasi
Mm.
hindi nga matetrace basta-basta
Yung mga black
unless
market,
na
oo, yan.
dinaan mo sa trading firm, no? Mga trading companies. So let's say crypto.com or something. So right now kaya siya tumataas kasi nga limited yung amount, parang gold, no? Hindi basta-basta available yung ganun karami. So kung sino lang may hawak, siya rin yung may power to sell it. Now, yung blockchain technology, ginawa Ethereum, Dogecoin, what have you,
Mm.
no? Ang dami ng lumabas. Pero yun is nakabase lang din sa Ethereum blockchain
Mm.
method. Kasi tokens lang lahat ng lumalabas sa isang blockchain.
Mm.
Hindi siya eksaktong blockchain product like a Bitcoin.
Mm.
Ang maganda sa Bitcoin, every 4 years, nagha-halving siya. So yung
Mm.
21 million, magiging 42 million yun. Pero yung value niya kalahati na rin din. So
Mm.
dumadami siya, pero only at several periods. And then magsa-stop din siya. So ngayon, I think, when was the last time? I think 96,000 US dollars ang
Mm.
Bitcoin in the last few, no? Magbe-breach na naman siya ng 100,000. I know you bought Bitcoins. I didn't
Mm.
buy Bitcoin, but I bought an ETF that manages Bitcoin. So
Mm.
I
Okay.
will not make as much money as a Bitcoin itself, but I will still make money. For example, my Bitcoin ETF is now 32% in the last 1 month lang alone
Mm.
because of this new, pagtaas ng Bitcoin na yun.
Yeah. Experience ko sa Bitcoin siguro back in 2018 or 19 if I'm not mistaken. Or 18 siguro when I bought it. Malit lang naman pero nung bumagsak yung value niya ng almost 50%, binenta ko na. Nung right
Ah,
after na binenta ko, biglang after siguro within a year nag times 10 yung yung Bitcoin. So
mm.
sisi ako na binenta ko eh. Because of that. But anyway, ganun talaga. I mean, that's part of
Maraming naging milyonaryo dyan sa
Oo.
Bitcoin na yan.
Yes, so
Ang merong kwento na binili ng pizza yung Bitcoin kasi
mm.
nasa 120, $1.20 pa lang
Yeah.
dati yung
Oo nga.
Bitcoin.
Oo nga.
Tapos bumili ng pizza, binigyan niya ng 5 Bitcoins. Ngayon yung binentahan niya ng Bitcoin na yun,
Mm.
magkano na?
I heard that, oo nga. Tapos Ethereum actually, I have still Ethereum na hindi ko lang ginagalaw, nandyan lang 'yon. Kasi
Yeah.
before I
Oh,
tried playing around with NFTs. Yung
yes.
NFT naman yun yung mga digital assets, no, na
Yeah. Non-fungible tokens ang tinatawag.
correct. Yung
Mm.
may unique token per digital asset. So hindi siya
Correct.
nare-replicate supposedly. Kaya lang marami na ring
Supposedly.
'di ba? Marami na rin naging mga scams and replicas sa mga ganyan. Kaya
Yes.
yung mga value ng NFTs
Yes.
ngayon bumaba na rin.
Yes.
Oo. So, I think that's about it, no?
Yeah.
Any last thoughts about our current topic? No?
Okay. So, ang sinasabi natin, maraming paraan para kumita. So, kung
Mm.
kumikita ka by working hard on your job or your
Correct.
business, don't just keep that money that is, you're getting from your hard-earned work.
Mm.
Ilabas mo yon, i-share mo sa iba na magaling magkumita, pero syempre, reputable, and then earn from it. So
Correct.
diversify that money kasi make money work for you. Yun yung lagi natin na-explain sa cash flow quadrant. Pag minove mo yung asset mo, yung capability mo into the investment side, you are now making money even if you're asleep.
Mm. Correct.
Like for instance, in my case, for example, I have stocks in the States. Siyempre, magkaiba yung oras ng New Zealand at saka America or Philippines and America. Ang difference namin sa New York is about 12 hours, no? Literally, kahit natutulog ako, kumikita yung pera ko doon.
Mm.
'di ba?
Correct,
Dahil
correct.
nandun yung binili kong stock sa Amerika.
Right. Yeah, so I think there's investing naman is not one size fits all, no. So
Yes.
each of these vehicles has its place depending on your goal, ano ba yung hilig mo, ano ba yung risk tolerance mo, and timeline. Ano, sa akin ma-share ko lang din ano. Since
Yes.
mahilig ako sa music, um,
Mm.
recently lang siguro mga 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I found this female artist dito sa Lipa na ang magaling, as in maganda ng tenga niya, ano siya, pleasing yung personality niya, magaling maggitara. Musically, I think mas magaling pa sa akin musically. So, I invited her and convinced her to work with me as a partner, in the parang mag mag-explore ng wider audience kasi right now nagigig lang siya locally sa Lipa. So naggumawa kami
Mm.
ng TikTok account, TikTok live. And then the first TikTok live that we did, halos pumapalo ng 500 viewers, nagbibigay na ng
Wow.
gifts and whatnot. So I may opportunity right away. Yung second TikTok live,
Yes.
one famous artist saw us. And then I know you know him probably, si Christian Bautista
Yeah.
saw
Oh,
us. And then I think yesterday we had a meeting with him and ang dami naming opportunities na napag-usapan
talaga.
right
Wow.
away. And then there are, nagre-reach out agad. So what I'm saying is my point here is that yun, that's something that I'm passionate about and I'm
Mm.
investing time, some money kasi
Mm.
of course
Mm.
may mga investment dyan, may mga equipment and whatnot. Pero yung return nito is sky's the limit.
Yes.
'Di ba?
Yes.
So, we can write songs in the future, magkaroon ng royalty and whatnot. So, yun. So, my point is find something that you're passionate about when it comes to, for example, choosing a company kung saan ka mag-invest, ano, kung you believe in that brand, invest on it. Like, for example, Apple or what have you, no?
Yes.
I think the best strategy talaga is one that aligns with your overall financial goal and helps you
Mm.
sleep well at night. Yeah.
Yes. Oo.
All right, so let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. If you found this episode helpful, so I think this is our fifth or sixth episode already.
Yeah.
Feel free to share it with someone who's starting their investment journey. No, and don't forget to follow us. We're in YouTube and Spotify, so that we can reach out to more people like you. Until next time, take care and keep building that financial freedom.
Yes. Thank you again. Thank you, Dennis.
All right.
Thank you, audience.
Thank you, boss. Bye
Salamat.
bye.
See you again soon.